Hello and welcome back to You Up. I'm Jordana Abraham.
And I am Jared Fried. It is so good to be back here with you, Jordana. How are you? What's happening? What's going on?
Always a pleasure. It is, what's going on right now is the air conditioning in our office is, to give you guys a little behind the scenes, has broken down this morning.
Not a good day for it.
It is quite hot.
It's quite hot, and it's soupy.
Yeah.
It's that soupy, again, this is New York City. You know, you walk a lot, so when you walk a lot, you expect to walk into this like oasis, and then it's like, no, just a big fat hand to your face of you're gonna be sitting in the soup for the rest of the day.
Right. And then you have the podcast room, which has no windows or anything like that. So it's particularly soupy. But we're hoping that during the course of this recording, it will be fixed and we will be less hot.
We're pushing through for the
Yes,
listeners.
exactly.
This is what we do for you. We're here for you. We are ready. We do, rain, sleet, snow, whatever. We're the postal
Exactly.
service.
There's nothing we wouldn't do for you
Right.
besides, certain things.
Besides, being ridiculous. And,
Yes.
having to, show up somewhere for you. What do you got going on, Jordana?
What do I have going on? I've got Rosh Hashanah,
Okay. Nice.
as do the rest of the Jews.
Yeah.
What else do I'm September, I feel like it's like you're back to post Labor Day. It's like the real world. It's just a lot of shit going on that you have to sort out.
You have to schedules are coming due. This is the time of year.
Like it's working season.
Right. It's time to get shit done.
Yes.
Yeah. You stop fucking around.
Exactly.
I've kind of had that today. I got stuck in Chicago. I went there to watch the football game for their opening game. Then the flight gets canceled. Now it's Tuesday. You're going to fly back Tuesday. Your flight's at 5, delayed to 8. Now you're back at midnight. Now it's Wednesday morning and it's like, it ain't Monday anymore.
Right. Now you've lost 2 days.
2 days gone.
Yeah.
And it's off the front end of your week when you're trying to get back, you kind of slide into the next stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to say this. I went to Cheval. Can I go to Plug City real early?
I already plugged Cheval on Valentine's Day.
You
Do you remember?
did. I think we're an Cheval podcast.
I think it's our vibe.
It is.
I think it is.
Teeny and a burger with the thick cut bacon.
It's just fancy enough, but it's not super taking itself too seriously.
I totally agree. They care about the restaurant. They have one here. I've never been to the one in New York. I went to the one in Chicago.
That's the original one, right?
The Orig.
Yeah.
And
okay.
did you get the chicken? They have a General Jane's fried chicken.
Okay. Definitely got the burger. That's the thing.
You get the burger. You get the burger. Yeah.
Yeah.
The General Jane's fried chicken, you get a half order as an appetizer.
Okay.
Unbelievable. Let me just say this. You ever go to a restaurant and it makes you angry that other people like another restaurant?
More than it?
Just in general.
Okay. Just
because I got to Cheval and I go, I'm done with Minetta Tavern. I'm mid-burger going, I can't believe Minetta is just coasting along on their reputation alone. Because I went to Minetta.
Okay.
It was the worst order of fries I have ever
wow.
had at a place considering themselves the burger and fry martini. And I know that, listen,
You would know. You would know. You've
I live in
sampled
New
your
York.
fair share.
I've been around the block. I'm a burger whore.
Right.
And I'm out there. And I just got mad at Minetta because, listen, that's supposed to be the New York thing.
You're
and
embarrassing
Cheval
us.
is eating their lunch.
Okay.
I'm eating Cheval's lunch instead of Minetta's lunch.
I totally feel that. They were great.
I hope they're listening. I hope they got to up their game because that fry, I sent it back.
You sent it back.
I had a fry Minetta. This is months ago now. I'm complaining about a meal months ago. It stuck with me because this is a place that is oh, we're the New York burger place. Got to get the burger. And I know I'm going to get DMs. Oh, go to the Prime or whatever. Shut the fuck up. Okay. We're talking about one place right now. Minetta, it's not good. Okay.
Okay.
And I don't mean to call a place out because they're packed every night. That's what bothered me. I'm like, Cheval.
Right. You think they need to be taken down a notch?
I think they got to look in the mirror
Right.
because I got a fry cold. I go
Cold fry.
I mean,
That's
is there
bad.
anything worse in the
That's
entire
really
world?
Bad. Yeah.
So then it came out cold, and I order fries well done. I'm famously
You like them burnt?
no well done.
Okay.
Okay. Easy.
Someone came to
Burnt-
plate it.
I came in hot.
Okay.
Physically hot.
Physically.
we're here doing it live from the steam room. Now, I go, I want a well done fry. They come out cold. If you ask well done, they come out cold. It's as if you're like trying to tell them, do you not like me?
Right.
Are you annoyed at me? I go, listen, I don't like to be I don't want to be this person,
Turning
but
into your mom.
can you do me a favor? Put your cheek against the fry. I asked the bartender. Touch it. That's what I did. I go, please
touch it.
Touch it. Right? Don't you do that when you send it? You don't want to I don't want to be the annoying one. So I go, these fries. I asked for them well done. They're just not even hot. Touch them. And they go, no, this is horrible. They brought them back. They came back again, just as cold as the first time.
Wow. That's weird.
That's a little bizarre.
That's weird.
And they were stuck together. They were just one mound of fries. Again, I don't want to call out a restaurant. I want these people to work. It's too late. Cheval brought me back because I sat there and I was like, this is it.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, I was there on Valentine's Day and it was a little backed up, but it was great.
Right. Well, we went to Plug City and Anti-Plug City in the same.
Yeah, I hope they don't come for you.
Or maybe they fix it up. I'm saying this as a caring West Village resident.
Or you can never go back again. Maybe you should make your version of Zagat. Zagat? Zagat?
Well, Gerard.
Or Jason, according to the New York Times.
Jason. Yeah. I got that framed.
The Jason one.
Did I talk about that last week?
Framed?
I already said it's already framed. Thank you, Framebridge, Plug City.
I love Framebridge.
They're good.
Yeah.
You can do it online. You just put in whatever you want.
They're great. I got my Katuba frame there.
Katubes,
yeah.
Katuba. That's hilarious. Are you getting more and more Jewish? It's Rosh Hashanah week.
I mean, I'm not getting that Jewish. I married a Catholic.
Right.
So,
Where'd the Katuba go? What room of the house?
Right now it's framed, but it's going to be put in our bedroom somewhere.
Above the mantle.
Not above the man. Okay. Not there. But somewhere like a little more discreet, but still around.
I like that.
Yeah.
Was it like by an artist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had an artist. It was great. Mike liked those wedding a lot of those Jewish wedding traditions.
I'm with a lot of the Jewish traditions I like because they seem very logistical.
Yeah, we like the short ones. We did a lot of the short ones. And there's no like 7 circles and shit. We did like you break the glass. There's the ketubah, like the one I did an a la carte picking of the traditions that I liked.
Love it. Speaking of a la carte traditions, I'm gonna pick one off the cart. Go watch Oversharing. Go listen to Oversharing. Been on fire lately.
Oh, thank you.
I'm a listener. Always enjoying Oversharing.
I mean, we get some really good emails. I thought you would appreciate this week because I took I was kind of channeling you with the girl who wrote in about being, I think, was it triggered or something else, where she wrote that her boyfriend wouldn't post her on his story for her birthday.
Perfect.
Right?
Yes.
And Naomi was like, well, like, I don't think she saw it. I think it might be her generation potentially, but I was like, this is bullshit. There's something going on. Got an email from her yesterday.
Yeah.
Day the episode came out, and she was like, Jordana, your bullshit detector was on track. Mm-hmm. He was talking to another girl for at least a month before that email, and I felt very validated, and I felt, my guide. You trained me well.
My young Padawan.
Yeah.
You gotta, going through a birthday means you are more serious than you were before the birthday, no matter what. If you don't acknowledge a birthday, something is wrong.
Yes.
We are all sane individuals. If you're dating a month, you've gone through a birthday. It's gotten more serious, but it's not serious. It's just more serious.
But if you're posting a birthday, this was the part that really got me. If you're posting birthday Instagram stories for your friends, not the person you're in a relationship with, you are doing something shady.
I could not agree more. Listen, this is the year. This is the part of year for shady activity, I think.
You think so?
I do think so.
Because you still have lingering summer shit going on?
Summer lingers. Lingering summer. You're totally right.
Okay.
And now we're moving in the fall. There's not as many excuses. We've said this the last few weeks. There's not many excuses. There's a lot of like, oh, I can't make it this week. All that stuff. Mm-hmm. Right now, checks are being cashed. Right. Relationship checks are being cashed. And we've encouraged people to go out and I don't, we have it written here, cuffing season is here. I don't, no. This is
shady season.
Shady season. This is.
It's a double entendre, right? 'Cause
Right.
it's fallish, shady season, and people are being shady.
That's right. Because you're basically, a lot of promises have been made up to this point. Now, the
Time
rent
to
is
cash
due.
the check.
That's right.
That's very true. And I have to say, I remember the text that sent me to therapy. My birthday happens to come right on the cusp of summer and shady season.
Yes.
As the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a subpar birthday text.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There was a lot of talk over the summer, and I
Right.
knew when it was not going to be cashed with that all lowercase, no exclamation point, 7 p.m. happy birthday text.
He couldn't afford you. There it is.
It's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Well, that's the thing is like the summer. Oh, there's hope. You got things, I got things, and now we're in fall.
Right.
Now we got shit to do.
Now you're back in the city.
You're back in the city, whatever city you may be in,
Mm-hmm.
and this is that time of year, and you're either gonna go on a date or you're not.
You're either going apple picking together, decorating pumpkins, or you're back on the market.
Back on the market. That's right. And again, Candace has told me there's been some feedback to my football advice. They're not football people are saying we are not football people.
I am not a football person, and I think the advice still stands. You're not saying become a fan of football.
No.
You are saying go to a bar where people are watching football, and you don't have to watch football, but you can be having fun at the bar.
Absolutely. And there's high-end places now. Not every football place is
Some like dirty, like grimy.
O'Houlihan's.
Yeah.
No, there are like really nice, high-end, good sports bars. I just read about one. I mean, to go back to Plug City, I don't mean to like push this place because it's just a good example. I can't even get in
Cheval?
there. What? Cheval's got a great. No, like you go to Due West in the West Village.
Okay.
Like that's like a nice sports bar. Bay Yards even. That's a nice spot. Like you're going to sit out, and I'm saying my thing is get a group to go out.
Yeah.
Daytime hangs is where you're going to meet daytime people.
People who will see you in the light of day.
That's right.
Yes.
This isn't, again, if you're going to be distracted by football, I don't like football.
Not about
You're
that.
missing the point.
I don't like football, personally. That was when I was single, I would go out most Sundays. It was just a very fun time. And it's just kind of like a little more relaxed than going out at night.
That's the big point. That's the actual point.
Right.
It's a
you can
relaxed
eat
setting.
at the bar.
Eat at the bar. You can make, in the daylight hours, people are just different. Their mindset's different.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking for, and again, what's your goal? A number exchange. That's what you're looking
That's
for.
it.
You're not going to go on the date right there at the football game. Hey, we're leaving now. Great to meet you. Here's my number. Let me know if you want to go on a date this week.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay for the game. I'm not asking you to put on a foam finger. What do you think this is?
Yeah.
Sometimes, again, if you're sitting there going, oh, like football, you're still missing the point.
Yeah. It's about being social
Absolutely.
and a fall activity.
Speaking of being social, I'm on the road.
Let's hear it.
If you're listening right now, I am going to be in Atlanta tomorrow night. I'm doing theaters. I'm a theater act.
Post Netflix, you're a theater
That's
guy.
right.
Yeah.
Again, Netflix, Jared Netflix Freed here.
37 and single.
It's out there. Go watch it, share it, enjoy it. If you're looking to come to my Atlanta show, send it to a friend because the whole show in Atlanta, brand new hour from 37 and Single. 37 and Single's done. That material is gone.
It's over.
It's over. You go watch it, enjoy it on your comfy cozies on your couch. Now we are doing the family business tour. I'm talking about my parents and my family. A little bit of dating is in there too, but it's an hour set. It is meant for a theater because it's there's a through line, there's a whole thing. So I'm excited about it. So I'm in Atlanta.
I'm excited to see it.
It's really been fun to do. Huntington, Long Island, I'm coming in 2 weeks. Seattle, there's still tickets for the second show. Charlotte, Philly, we had a second show. Syracuse? I guess I'm going to Syracuse.
Oh, you didn't know you were going to Syracuse?
I just found out. Syracuse, New York.
Have fun.
Beautiful Syracuse in October. Well, DC, I added a second show. Baltimore, one show only. Dania Beach, Portland, Oregon, Phoenix, San Diego. Boston, second show. Chicago, second show. Boston, Chicago. I know you're saying, you're looking at my calendar, jaredfree.com. It's way off in the distance. No. The first show sold out.
Wow.
So you better get on those. Chicago especially. I think the second show's half sold out.
That's awesome. And tonight we're sold out for the Betches Night Out, which you are hosting.
I'm on.
And we're sold out, right? I think.
The Betches Night Out? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'll do a little piece of the
little hint.
Little taste.
Little taste.
Get you. That's how you get people hooked. You give them a little. I'm the pusher.
You're the drug pusher.
I push you on these funnies.
Leave them wanting more, and then you jack up the price.
That's right.
That's the
at the Huntington, Long Island show. What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about when you can bounce on a date, like leave.
When can you get out of there?
Yeah. What's the earliest socially acceptable amount of time to leave?
Well, this is actually like an old school question that I think the thing about this question that's interesting is sometimes this is a modern dating podcast. So what's interesting to me is this question sometimes gets, if someone says, when can you leave a date? Someone's like, right away. And it's like, well, you're not living in a modern world.
Not really.
The idea that you got.
When could you ever leave right away?
Again, there's extremes to this. Extreme people often take over the conversation where they go, well, what if he says, if he's a piece of shit, good night and goodbye.
Yes.
You feel
if he's
free.
Like offensive for sure.
Or she.
Sure.
Either or. If someone's being a jerk, that's not what we're talking about.
Right. It's more just like if you know you're not interested.
Right.
I think it's the real question. Right.
Let's get to the question. I think that's a big part of this.
All right. Hi, Jared and Jordana, longtime listener, first time writing in. Fun fact, I grew up in Long Beach, and your roast in my hometown cracked me up. Thank you.
Love it.
Also, congrats on the special, Jared. I watched it yesterday, and it was hysterical. We'll pass along to the group chat.
Thank you so much.
My question for the both of you is, how long should you give a date a chance before you jump ship? And what are your tips on ending a date early when you're sure that you and the other person aren't a match? I went on a Hinge date a few nights ago, and within 2 minutes, I had the ick. He had a very high-pitched voice. Okay. While we waited for a table at this dessert bar he recommended, the icks multiplied. Honestly, suggesting a dessert bar for the first date is a little bit of an ick for me.
I get it. A little cheesy.
I'm not really interested in having like chocolate ice cream with someone that I don't know.
Right. Chocolate ice cream. No. It's a little like it's a little bit of finer things. Mm-hmm. Like I agree with what it could say to you as an ick factor.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy.
It's cheesy. It's cheeseball. Oh, meet me at the fondue bar. Like I don't know. It's just a little bit like,
It's not for me. I guess maybe if I didn't drink, I could see this being a little bit better, like an evening activity that didn't involve drinking.
There's a place in Boston. I don't know if even it's still open. It was called Finale. I think it was like a dessert and liqueur place.
Okay.
And I just imagine that, and I'm always like, "What do you? How high end are you? Right. It doesn't. I think first dates. This is like, it's about getting to know someone, getting on the date. How hard it is to get two people out of the house to meet each other. Let's just get the drink and have at it.
Also, I want someone with like more romantic lighting, I would imagine, than a dessert bar would have.
I'm thinking of the Finale place, and it's all romance.
Oh, really?
It's like, here's your chocolate cake, sir. The flambe. Okay. I don't know, but I understand. Like, if you're in an ice cream shop, the blaring lights of.
I don't want like fluorescent lighting. I want like romantic dim lighting, so I can see you in your best light before the morning. Again,
if I was the dessert thing would be like, hey, it's Sunday. You want to go get some ice cream at 3? That kind of like matches the
third
tone.
Date. Yeah. Sure, yeah. Anyway, so I get it. For example, he kept telling me it was weird that I live uptown. He also kept showing me this app on his phone indicating where we were on the wait list as if it made him cool that he used the bar's app, whereas other customers signed up with the host directly. That's the second dick. We have to wait for this table. We're on a wait list.
Right.
I don't want to wait with someone. That's another thing. I think if I'm giving advice to anyone listening who's planning a date, if you haven't met yet, I think you want to sit down as soon as possible.
I agree. I've been in this scenario where you're waiting for a table and you don't know the person.
Right.
And you start having the conversation before you want to have the conversation.
When you're standing awkwardly and then you have to also kind of listen out for your name being called.
It's not fun. I agree. But these are, to me, on all these things, honest mistakes.
Sure.
Like these are mistakes that are. Sure, it's not the match. But none of this to me is this guy being a mean person.
I totally agree, but I can see how like all of these things combined would just create a more and more irritating feeling in your body of like the more things, the more like little icks, as she's calling them, build up, the more you're like, it's more and more painful to be here.
I understand that, but like to me, I'm like this guy, like he's trying and he's just trying. Like
the app with the waitlist thing to me is like fine,
right?
Whatever.
I
it's
think
more just that we had to wait. It's more annoying,
right? I to me, all of this is fine.
Yeah, if she liked him,
she liked him, but also all of this is fine. Even if you went to this guy, if I was sitting with this guy over beers, and he's like, "So we went to this, we had to wait. But I had and I would say to him, no." Why would you do this?
Right.
You know what I mean?
He didn't plan this well.
No, and he actually thinks he planned this well. So like
right, clearly because he's bragging about it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I kind of have this thing where I'm like, as I hear all these icks, like the whole point of an ick is that you're allowed to not want to fuck someone, but they're also like frivolous reasons.
Right. No, the person isn't a monster, but it's also like I understand the scenario that the picture that she's painting very well.
I got it.
Okay. Then he missed the host announce his name, forcing us to wait an additional 20 minutes. Classic.
Well, at that point, you just want out of there.
Well,
but again, it goes back
right.
to what you said. Like, this is the reason to have the seat ready.
Exactly, because now, like, we're kind of talking to each other. We're not fully lit. Like, it's just not utility.
I would rather be at a place that's fine, that you can sit right away, than 100%. A place that's fancy schmancy that you got to wait 20 minutes.
I think first date, you want a place that is fine.
I agree.
Like,
I agree.
No one's trying to impress anyone yet. We don't even know each other. Let's just pick a place where we can hear each other, but isn't completely dead, and where we can sit right away.
Right. I guess, you know, it's funny. It's like, oh, I want to like impress someone.
Yeah.
Impress. We'll decide how you impress me when we write the Our Story page. Right. You know, we will connect the dots looking backwards. Get us to the date.
Yeah, we don't know each other yet, so
right.
I don't feel like you should be impressing me just yet.
Right. These are all like good. I mean, like if there's men listening, like these are things like men need to hear. Like, and I've been guilty of variations of this. I think this is like this is men trying to impress. This is men trying to like, you know, do too much because they've been told make a plan, and then they go, well, I'll make the best plan. You know, like I do understand the male nature and where your ego and the male issues get in the way.
Yeah.
So
I could see the intentions were there. So that's nice.
That's why I'm kind of like, I'm not on her side. As far as like, okay, any of these, are you leaving?
I'm not on her side in terms of painting this guy as like a monster, but I do understand the thing in her head of like, I've agreed to be on this date. Mm-hmm. I'm only getting more irritated by the minute. Mm-hmm. I know I'm not interested. What now?
Okay.
Well, then she says, the more we waited, the more I wanted to go home. I get it.
Okay.
All I could think about was that I was wasting time on this pointless date instead of working. I have a demanding job. But since I'd only known this guy for about 20 minutes, I stayed to try to give it a chance and for the dating practice, if nothing else. That's why you should stay.
Right.
Once we sat down at a table, real incompatibilities became apparent. For example, he said that he was estranged from his entire family and had no interest in ever having a family. It's okay. It's pretty quick. Conversely, my family is the important part of my life. Then he indicated that he supports Putin in the war on Ukraine.
How did the conversation get here?
Yikes. God, I wanted to leave so badly, but he hadn't finished eating his dessert. I ended up staying until the natural end of the date, him paying, which in total lasted about 90 minutes. I've never been so thankful for a quick Uber pickup. Back to my question. When and how could I have gone about an early exit without being rude? I assume those initial icks were not enough to bail, even if I wanted to. When do you think was the right moment to leave and the best way to navigate it? Any insight would be great. Sincerely, Not So Sweet Escape.
What are your initial thoughts?
My initial thoughts are this is a good lesson for her. Do a drinks date, the first date. Do something that's a little easier to get out of, right?
Fair.
Is my first thought. The second thought is I think you owe someone one drink.
Mm-hmm. One dessert?
Well, that's the thing. This is like it's not like they sat down and ordered the dessert and it was like, I think you should I think the best first dates are planned where you can be out in an hour total.
Okay.
In and out, personally. So if I were her, next time someone suggests a dessert date, I would say, not a huge dessert fan. Would you want to get a drink?
Right. Yeah, I don't, based on the story that was told,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she gets out of this any earlier than she did.
On this date.
On this specific
I
date.
think for this date, she had to stay that
Right.
amount of time.
She was classy.
Yeah.
You got to be classy. And this is to go back. I agree with you. Be on the date you want to be on.
Mhm.
Agree to the date you want, and don't. And if they push back, then obvious. This goes back to the old school versus the new school.
Okay.
When you say like, when's the appropriate time to get out of it? Like in another era where you're going on blind as a bat dates, I understand being like the
Not
friend
attractive.
calling
Yes.
to get you out of it. You know,
Right.
like when Friends was a show on TV, I can understand like you got set up and you had nothing, you didn't have pictures, you didn't have a profile. I get it. Oh my God, my friend's choking. She called me. I gotta go give her the Heimlich.
Friend was in the hospital.
Right.
Okay.
That all I get. In this day and age, when you meet on a dating app and you get all this information, and so many times you don't leave to go on these half okay conversations, something got this person on the date.
Right. You got to finish it.
You got to finish it out. And
Right.
again, 90 minutes to me is fine. Like, I don't know what do you want? 15 minutes back? Like, how important is your time?
Right.
And I think a lot of the anger she's getting is with herself. I didn't vet this, because you live in an era where you can do some vetting.
Right.
You get to text. You get to match on an app and see their profile. You live in...
Or you can suggest the thing that you want.
Right.
I think a lot of women are probably hesitant to do that, to be like, because they're so excited that the guy made a plan
Sure.
that you're like not demonstrating your taste.
Fair. And I think that's what you have to be okay with, is losing people in that.
Right.
And the less vetting you're doing, the less of yourself you're putting out there as far as, hey, I'd like to go get drinks and not dessert,
Mm-hmm.
the more you're going to be on a date that might not be as much of a slam dunk as the other dates.
Right. And I mean, here's the thing. You go on a date, you spend 90 minutes there. It didn't work out. You didn't commit 3 months to them.
Right. Right. To me, getting out of a date,
Yeah, unless someone
don't
is
really-
saying something truly offensive, in which case you can obviously leave.
right.
I think you owe someone the end of whatever you're doing.
The experience.
Yes.
Totally. Because
We order one drink. Did you want another? No, I got to get home.
I got a
whatever,
busy.
yeah.
Again, it's just funny that she spends a whole email trying to convince us of how horrible this guy is, to the point of like mentioning he's Team Putin. You know, where you go, I don't
How
know
did that
what.
even come up?
How does that come up? Again, you're on a mismatched date.
Right.
That's how that comes up.
Yeah.
And again, these are things. The brunch table is gonna, and we're gonna sit here and go, it was 90 minutes. You went on a date.
Right.
You were classy. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Have a great night. That was the reality of the situation. Is you did the right thing. You're not gonna get out of these earlier. You're not gonna get ahead of awkward.
I agree. Would you do a dinner date, first date, ever?
No, ever,
Never.
never.
I would only if I met them out, maybe.
Maybe. I'd have to
We've
know.
had an encounter and hit it off.
An
or something.
in-person
Yeah,
encounter.
Yes.
What would you say to someone if you really wanted to get out of a date?
Like I wanted to go somewhere else.
No, if you were sitting with this guy
Oh.
and you were like, I can't take it. The
I
high
would
voice,
say-
like the high voice to me, like that's not a reason to leave a date. That's
Not at
that's a
all.
reason to look back on the date and go, you know what? They're not my match.
None of these are reasons to leave a date. If I was on the date, I wasn't feeling it, I was ready to get out of there, I would say, listen, I hate to cut this short. I have an early meeting tomorrow and I really got to go. I didn't realize we'd be waiting so long. So sorry.
Boom.
Can we get the check?
Right. I think that's a totally appropriate. And again, referencing what happened, I didn't realize that, I thought we'd be sitting at 8.
Right.
Tomorrow's kind of a huge day for me. I'm so sorry to do this. I got to get going.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think any normal person would be like, fine, even if they would get maybe that you weren't that interested or think
Right.
that, which is true. but it's like a nice, normal etiquette thing to do.
Right.
Let him finish the dessert. Maybe he'll eat a little faster.
Right.
after you say
Hey,
that. Yeah.
I hate to do this, but
Right.
can you finish your creme brulee? Hey,
But yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I just shit my pants.
I generally
It's an
think
emergency. I gotta go.
I generally think you want a date where if you needed to leave in 20 to 30 minutes, like if it was going that, like a drink to me is like, how long does it take to have a drink?
20 minutes.
Yeah,
At a maximum.
exactly. And if it's going well, you order another one. It's not.
This is, I think someone told me, I had this thing where it's like, it's tough to make reservations for two at a bar.
Okay.
That's the toughest
Right.
part of the planning scenario is like, okay, someone told me there's a restaurant, is it called Mace or something? It's down by, what is it called? You know, Mace, you can make reservations for their bar seats, I think. Yeah. That's like the good kind of inside, again,
that's
Plug
good.
City.
Yeah.
Mace, you can make reservations for their bar seats. And that's like the hardest part is like, because you're like, I want a reservation. I want to be at a chill place.
Mm-hmm.
Reservations generally aren't chill,
Right.
you know, and I want to know that I could walk up somewhere. Like I always, like, that's why like the coffee wine hybrid place is always
Like
a nice
wine
first
bar
date.
or something.
Wine
Yeah.
bar. I think wine bar is a great first date just generally because glasses of wine sip slower.
Agree. Or fast if you want to get out of there.
Right. You can, and two glasses of wine is like kind of a nice ending to a date.
Yeah. A good date.
A good date.
A bad date, one glass of wine.
Hey, and okay, so what would you say after one glass of wine?
And then I would assume he would say, "Do you want another?"
Do you want to get another glass?
I think, to be totally honest, I think if they said, I'd say, "No, I think I'm good." And to me, that would be like the sign.
Right.
What about you?
I just shit my pants.
No, we're okay. You're on a date
Yeah.
with me. You're not. You're not
having it.
interested. Waiter comes. Do you want
Honestly,
another
I would
glass of
mostly
wine?
get the second glass of
You would
wine.
just
Even
get-
if I wasn't having a good time, I'd be like, you know what, I'm out.
Really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
kind of am that type where I'm
Okay.
just like,
If I was on the fence, I would have another.
yeah, I would always have another.
I had 3 drinks on my first date with Mike, and he mentioned to me when we were dating that he thought that was a lot.
Really? On that date, he said it?
No, like after, like while we were dating. He's like,
That's
"Yeah."
your our story
I
page?
guess so. He
Jordan
thought-
got pretty fucked
he
up
thought
on the
that I
first
was
date.
A little bit too. I was like, I'm here. I'm having fun.
Yeah, let's chill.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the.
I think
I'm
there's-
always on.
I don't think there's an upper limit if you're having a great time.
Oh, yeah,
right?
keep it going.
We'll just keep going.
Let's keep this ride moving. Let's do some awkward sex. You ready?
I'm ready.
UUP at Betches.com. There was a really funny. You guys put out, Candace. You put out a. I don't know what that was. There was some sort of Senate committee where they were just talking about this sex stuff, and it was like, let's do some awkward sex, and it was them being like, it's so funny. It was on the UUP
Oh,
Instagram
yeah.
account. It was super funny.
That was really funny.
What was it?
Okay. The Recount posted a context-free look at the Senate's book ban hearing. So they were reading excerpts of the books that they were banning.
Okay.
And it was just a lot of talk about like strap-ons and just like
Yeah.
very old Republicans reading about like analingus.
That's amazing.
And it
So
just
great.
felt like a lot of the awkward sex emails I've read.
Well,
That's pretty much it.
that's where
Banned books.
We're in the banned book section of this podcast. You ready?
I'm ready.
J&J, a couple years ago, I made what seemed to be a great hinge match. He was a lawyer and planned thoughtful dates.
Look at that.
There it is. On our 4th or 5th date, he invited me back to his place for a drink. I agreed because I was ready to take it to the next level. We have a couple of drinks and started making out. It's getting hot, so we move into the bedroom. Clothes start flying off, and we start having sex. Almost immediately, I realized that this guy is sweating. Not normal perspiration, but dripping all over me and making that squishing noise between our bodies. That's real hot.
Oh my God! Stop! Stop!
After maybe 30 seconds, he comes and runs to the
Oh
bathroom.
my God!
Oh,
You hate to see that on the 4th or 5th date.
right.
Oh my God!
I gotta go. runs off.
Are they at his place or her place?
His place.
Okay.
So after maybe 30 seconds, he comes and runs to the bathroom. I hear the shower running, and I'm thinking, thank God. Maybe 5 minutes later, he comes back, and we start making out again.
Okay.
We end up having sex
two.
again, round 2, and this dude starts sweating like crazy again.
I mean, is that surprising?
Right. If it happened once. At this point, I'm getting puddles
Oh,
on my
no. chest,
and he's slippery as hell. I'm barely even touching him. He comes in 30 seconds again. Ow! Not again! And then rushes to the bathroom to shower. I'm just imagining this
Again,
guy.
Wow.
Just 30 seconds the second time. It's like, dude, hang it up. Time to go home.
There's got to be something he can do about this issue.
Sometimes it's just,
You can put like Botox in certain places. It makes it less sweaty, I think.
oh, I was talking about the coming. The sweat to me means nothing. The sweat to me is like, that's the
Puddles
least of his
in 30
problems.
How much sweat has he accumulated in 30 seconds?
It's
with
so
the
funny that
puddles?
you're more worried about the puddles,
Oh
and
my,
I'm sitting there being like,
gross.
he came in 30 seconds again, this guy.
You know, it's funny. I feel like the majority of women who have complained to me about like certain sexual encounters have complained about the sweat that is dripped on them from a man.
Really?
Yes.
We have no idea about this. This I can promise you. All he cares about is he came in 30 seconds.
Most complaints I've heard.
He's sitting there like, oh shit, I gotta go work up a boner again. She's like, just bring a towel.
Towel.
By the way, no words have been exchanged between his coming, showering, and returning for more sex. This happened 4 times.
Oh my God. How he came 4 times?
Oh, can she speak up?
That's impressive.
That is
4
good for him.
times. I mean,
Wow.
30 seconds each, but still.
Right. Maybe he does it in installments.
Maybe it's not, I guess it must not be the whole thing.
Right. He's saving cum for the next time. The whole time I'm just laying there while this guy is thrusting and sweating on me, then running to the shower and repeating. All 4 times probably lasts about 15 minutes total. Well, that to him, maybe he's like, man, 15 minutes,
he
baby.
adds them all up.
Right.
Cumulative.
Cumulative. Yeah. With the showering in between. It was super gross, and all I wanted to do was get out of there to shower myself. I ended up running out not long after. It was over. I left so fast, I left my bra there. I got a call from him the next day saying his roommate's girlfriend found it and thought her boyfriend was cheating on her. Oops. Thanks for all the great laughs and advice. Sweat, sex, repeat. What do you think?
This is funny.
It's great.
This guy seems to, I mean, to sweat that much in 30 seconds seems like
Are you concerned about your own sweat? Is that something that like weighs on
Me?
you?
my like personally.
Like, would it make you embarrassed to be a sweaty person?
Maybe I get in a certain context, not
Right.
like if it's hot out and like I'm sweating, then yes. But I don't know. I could see like it depend. I could see a situation with a guy sweating super intensely
Mhm.
where you'd be like, this isn't as sensual as I picture.
Well,
not that sweat, not to like sweat shame anyone.
right. You want to both be sweating.
Yes, that's what I'm
You-
saying. You want it like
in the
I could see
heat of the
sweating.
moment.
We've been at this for a bit, and we're like working up a sweat with each other. But like he's the only one sweating, and it's puddles.
Right.
The puddles is like kind of where he loses me.
See, sweat doesn't really make me self-conscious.
Okay.
I'm like even if I see a woman sweat, I'm like, yeah, we all sweat. Like I have no. Sometimes I think people who sweat think more of it than other people who don't sweat.
Maybe.
Because I've never looked at someone sweating. I guess context, you're right, is important. Like the idea of like, boy, this person's really. I guess if I was with someone in bed,
Right.
30 seconds, the coming doesn't help him at all.
Yeah, I think the cumulative nature of it, the coming and the 30 seconds, and he's showering in the middle.
The showering is
that's
like
also
it's on
that
his
adds
mind.
a weirdness to it.
Yeah. I'm not showering.
Yeah,
Coming right back. Sweaty mess.
just lying there, and like at least it's his sheets.
Right. 4 times.
Very sweaty.
He went 4 for 4. Came all 4 times.
I'd call this not wet for the sweat.
I like that
What
one.
do you got?
I had. Let me read these ones. On his cycle,
Okay.
because he was on the cycle. Water everywhere, not a drop of my cum.
There you go.
Yeah, that was
Like
my
it.
other one.
Not the bodily secretion we were looking for.
No. Candace had don't sweat it, soaked in all the wrong places. I like those. Let's do another email.
Let's do it. Okay. Good one about self-awareness. J&J, longtime listener. I wish I had found you guys back in my single days because, oh my, at the difference y'all would have made in my dating life. This leads me to my question. I'm happily married and have been with my husband almost 7 years, and he's literally perfect.
Well, hold on. How do you write into us and say, oh, I wish I had you during my dating life? Well, I'm not with my husband.
Well, we're about to find out,
Right.
right? Hot AF. Super successful, thoughtful, throws dick like a major league pitcher. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Which means he's good in bed, she clarifies.
Oh, thank you. I thought he meant he throws a bunch of dildos around.
He's literally perfect. The fact that she says he's literally perfect and then said she wishes we were around was kind of weird.
There's some suspectful writing in this, yes.
He's got one flaw. The man is a terrible kisser. And
Well,
it's
hold on. She did write something else. Truly is my best friend. I
sorry.
hate that line.
truly is my best friend and overall a dream come true.
Doth protest too much.
A dream come true, but I'm writing into this podcast.
Right, I got
to
an
ask you
issue.
about his one fatal flaw. The man is a terrible kisser, and it's bad. I mean, bad. How in the world do I say something this many years later? Do I say something? I know I missed my moment way back when to teach him, but surely it's not completely a lost cause. Jordana, how would you tell Mike? Could you tell Mike this far in? Jared, what would you do if a girl told you that you sucked at giving sugar all these years in? Keep
Giving
doing the
sugar.
Lord's work. Sincerely, badly kissed Batch.
Okay. How good could the sex be?
That
Was
was
a
what I
bad
was
kisser.
thinking. Because to me, that's like a big part of it, especially
Right.
I would imagine for a woman. Would be for me, I think.
It's a big part for me.
Yeah.
It's a part of the whole thing.
It's like the entryway into it. Like that
Right.
starts the whole thing.
right. A good kiss.
Yeah.
That's getting you
I
to
agree.
fuck island.
I don't fully believe that he's throws dick like a major league pitcher, but
I guess once you get there, she's, I guess if after 7 years, let me empathize with her a little bit. 7 years, you just know this bad part's coming before the good part.
right.
It would be quite a surprise if a woman couldn't kiss me and then all of a sudden she's just like crushing, sucking my dick. Like I would be like, where did this come from? What? A rags to riches tale.
Right.
Like I just would be shocked. That would be it wouldn't be like, well, we'll see how the dick sucking goes. Like I would be like,
Yeah.
I tend to think the kissing kind of tells you the rest of the story. So
I
she might have
agree.
been shocked.
I find this quite surprising. If it's true, he's an anomaly.
Right. Anomaly if true.
Yes. Can you tell him, not the way she says it, sucked at giving sugar? I would not phrase it like that. I would say,
What would you say?
let's try something new. I'd love for you to kiss me like this.
What if you set up like a kissing scenario?
Kissing booth?
A kissing booth in the
Just
in
for
the
the two of
home.
you?
Yeah, just for, I don't know, like something. Okay.
Well, first of all, how would you feel if someone
I
to
would
find
feel
out that someone didn't like your
what else don't I know?
Okay.
I wouldn't believe that you think I throw dick like a major league pitcher. I wouldn't believe that you think that everything else is great.
Okay.
Except this one thing. I wouldn't believe that like you've come ever. I wouldn't believe that you've thought of me in a sexual way. I would be again, I'm making it sound
destroy
really
the
bad.
marriage.
Destroy.
Okay.
Destroyed.
So don't tell him.
You got to pay me severance in the divorce. You lied to me.
How long into dating can someone tell you they're not interested? And here's the thing. She says good. She says bad kisser, good kisser, bad kisser. It's not a kiss that she enjoys.
Right.
Right. Maybe someone else thought it was good.
He thinks it's good. He wouldn't
thinks-
keep doing the same thing that he, you know,
Someone.
or he's enjoying, or maybe he's not enjoying.
Someone somewhere down the line was into what he was doing there.
Sure.
Right. So good and bad is sort of like your judgment of it.
Mm.
I haven't seen it, but like, let's say that. How
Right.
long do you think someone has into dating to finesse your kissing style?
I would probably be one to like give up on it right away. If I
Never
I-
tell anyone any issue with you that you have with them ever.
Well, no. Right. I guess I'm thinking of myself. I'm like, if I got to teach this, what am I also teaching? You know, like
Well, it's more like, I mean, couldn't you say like, and I think this is true for a lot of women, like if you like a certain thing in bed,
right.
then and if the person doesn't automatically know how to do that, especially because everyone is different, like I don't think that's a deal breaker. You can get them to do, you know,
I don't think
tell them what feels good, but this is like a little different than
Well,
what
because
feels good.
here's the difference: is generally the kiss comes early in it.
Mhm.
So like the kiss comes first. So it's like if you're having an okay time with someone and then the kiss sucks, you're like, you know what?
Right, I've
Let me
definitely been
back
turned
out.
off by it. That's right. You're
You
not
know-
usually you don't sleep with someone before you
Kiss.
make out with them.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you sleep, you know, when you go, well, the sex isn't great, you tend to like work on the sex because you're like, well, I like everything else and I like this person and we spend time together, you know? You've already
Right.
racked up a bill. You know, with a kiss, there's no bill that's been racked up.
So you think she needs to get divorced?
It's time to end the marriage. I
Just imagining that in court as the
couldn't kiss.
reason for the divorce. Bad kisser.
Here's what I would say to her. I think she needs to, I don't think this has to be a conversation as much as I think this could be done in bed. I think there's
Yeah.
like an option for like, why don't you like slow things down? I think,
Assuming that's the issue. I don't.
well,
Right.
my point is like slow down the experience.
Okay.
Because what she's probably doing after 7 years of marriage, she's probably rushing through the kissing phase to get to the dick throwing that he's doing.
Right.
So she's probably has all these like kind of like built-in saves.
Right.
You know, like she's probably worked it out so they do as little kissing as possible and as much fucking as possible.
I would imagine.
Right? Wouldn't
Yeah.
you imagine after 7 years? Because like I don't want to get turned off so much that I don't want to fuck later. So
Just don't kiss me, okay?
well, she's probably like, just get on top. Whatever's happening. If I were her, let's slow it down. Let's like maybe like blindfold him. And you lead the kissing. Because he's probably trying to lead. As a man, you're probably trying to like be the kisser and grab you. And let's put a blindfold on him. Whisper in his ear, lay back. And then you start to kiss him the way you'd like to be kissed.
Okay.
Does this make sense?
Yeah, I think so.
And when he starts to go like, you know, hammer tongue or whatever the fuck he's doing, you go, no, Mama's in charge. And then he goes, what? And you go, I want you to kiss me like this. So now you're like working
Right. That's
with
what I'm saying.
him.
You're making it hot, and you're not saying anything about the past kissing.
Right.
You're just reframing it to be a new thing. It's kind of like when you want a guy to change his like outfit. You're
Right.
like, you'd look great. Why don't you try this on?
Well, also, this is our problem.
Yeah.
The angle of her email is he's
So is
a
his
bad
outfit.
kisser.
Sorry.
Right. The outfit is our problem too.
Yes.
But that 7 years, you fucked up too.
No, totally.
So we have an issue.
Yeah.
This email, she's saying she does take ownership of like it's a lot. It took me a long time, but I'm here. She can't be like my husband's a bad kisser. We are bad at kissing.
Right. We have bad kissing compatibility.
Right. Right
Let's
now,
change it. Yeah.
I'm getting turned off by how we kiss.
right.
I want to like change the game a little
Just
bit.
like if she were gonna say my husband's bad in bed. I
Right.
think that would also be a thing where it's like we are sexually incompatible.
We're missing something
Yeah.
here, and I want it to be great.
Right. I think your way is great.
Right?
Get the blindfold.
The blindfold. Mama's in charge. Put your pee-pee away.
And it's
Just
7
stick into the mouth.
at 7 years, I think you're comfortable enough that you could initiate something fun like that. Without
Right.
it being like, where's this coming from?
Where's the slow, soft kissing gonna happen? That's
Right.
where it's gonna. Yeah, 7 years. It's a mama night. That's a great
It's Mama
T-shirt
Bear.
too.
There you go.
It's a mama night.
It's a mama night.
It's a mama night.
It's a well, maybe we'll make them.
I'll wear that hat everywhere. It's a mama night. You want to play some games?
Let's do it.
Golden Bachelor. This episode is brought to you by ABC's Golden Bachelor. Finding the one can be difficult, but is it possible to find true love twice in one lifetime? This fall, ABC's first ever Golden Bachelor is showing everyone that you're never too old to find love again. For the first time in Bachelor Nation history, our leading man, 72-year-old Gary Turner, will be dating 22 women ranging in age from 60 to 75. Watch the series premiere of the feel-good show we've been waiting for Thursday, September 28th at 8/7 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu. And to kick off the Golden Bachelor season premiere, we are playing red flag, green flag, or gold flag. The goal of the game is to see which of these scenarios is red flag, meaning you should run, green flag, meaning no harm, no foul, or a gold flag, aka the big yes. Are you ready to play?
I'm ready.
I'm super pumped about the Golden Bachelor. Like, there's a lot of buzz.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to be live streaming it. I'm going to be doing contestant
Amazing.
previews. I've been writing them.
I've been off The Bachelor for a little bit, but this, I think, is bringing me back.
Welcome back. A lot of people are coming back. I've gotten a lot of messages like, hey, are you doing the Golden Bachelor? I'm like, I'm in. I'm totally in.
Gary?
I got,
of course.
yeah. Gary spelled Jerry. So let's do it, okay?
All right. So we are gonna say is this scenario red flag, green flag, or gold flag.
Mm.
All right. The first topic is meeting in real life, and here are the options. There are more than 10 other single people also vying for their attention.
Okay.
They wear a full gown or tux just to meet you. They and their families researched you and believe you could be their next love.
Okay, what do you think? Red flag, gold flag, green flag. I think
I think red flag, they wear a full gown and tux just to meet you.
I guess there's an element of like, is this a joke to you?
Yeah.
What is
That's
this?
weird.
It's a little
Also, like,
weird.
just socially unacceptable if we're at a bar.
Right. Why are you in a gown and a tux? It's a little bizarre.
Yeah. I would say that's the red flag for me.
Yes, I'm with you.
Green flag, there are more than 10 other single people. No.
I think it's a green flag, the 10 other people.
You think?
Because the gold flag is their families researched you and believe you could be their next love. To me, the research
But that
word,
happens to you all the time.
Well, research. No. I mean research in a way that, like, you have done the due diligence.
Okay.
Not in, like, off the top of their head. No. If they've done real research and real look into the person, they show you all the pictures. I'm talking about a family or friend did it right. That would be a gold flag to me.
Yeah.
It's like this family and friend has put thought and been thorough and put like real sweat and blood into the idea of me being the perfect match for someone. I would go, that is a beautiful golden thing.
I think I agree. And then there are 10 other single people also vying for their attention.
Well, they're wanted.
Right.
Who doesn't
That's
want to
kinda
be with
nice.
someone who's wanted?
It's better than there are 10 other single people, like, you know, that they have restraining orders against or something.
Yeah, that'd be a red flag.
Right.
Let's do another. Social media. They manage their dog's influencers accounts, captions written as the dog. They vlog every day. They have no social media because they only care to exist in the real world.
Okay. I think the gold flag is they have no social media.
I hate that, the real world part.
It's a little judgy.
It's a lot judgy.
It's a little judgy, but
And they put it in quotes. They only care to exist in the real world. Like they would say it that way. They'd
I
be
think
like,
to me-
I don't need a validation from others. Well, I do.
I don't think I can handle the vlogging every day.
Vlogging everyday red flag. Get out of here.
No, I think the red flag is the first one. They manage their dog's influencer accounts, captions written as the dog. That's right.
These are all pretty bad. This is a choice between
all the
death
evils.
by fire or drowning. I don't know which one I would even choose.
All right, well, you have to choose. I'm choosing manage the dog's influencer accounts, red flag, green flag, they vlog every day. No. Yeah, green flag, they vlog every day, and gold flag, they have no social media.
Okay, I disagree. Gold flag, dog's influencer account, caption written as a dog. Just because
That's your gold.
they
Wow.
could be funny.
Okay.
There's a chance
it would
they
have
could
to
be
be
funny.
really funny.
It'd have to be really funny, but there's a chance. That's all I'm saying is there's a chance. I'm not saying, and if you
So
have
could
this,
their
it's-
vlogs could be really funny.
I can't believe that for a second. The vlog is it's too much, and then the The green flag will be the no social media.
Okay. All right.
Let's do one more.
One more. Want to read it?
First dates. On the first date, they take you on a helicopter ride to a picturesque viewpoint for an intimate date. They bring you a bouquet of roses and chocolate for the first time meeting you in person. They take you to an expensive dinner to make an impression, but make you split.
Okay.
Okay, this is
They,
easy.
they take you to an expensive dinner to make an impression, but make you split. Red flag.
I'm with you.
We're out. Okay.
Get out of here.
Now we have two things that are both kind of weird.
Pretty weird. Tough decision.
Yes.
I'm doing green flag as I'm doing gold flag helicopter date.
I was thinking that too, because I feel like Jesse Metcalf might do that.
Right. Good friend and former guest Jesse Metcalf.
It's kind of like if he could pull it off, if he's
Right.
like the Tinder swindler or
Yes.
someone who's just super charming.
Also, it's like you're on a helicopter. Like, this is
That's
pretty
kind of cool. Yeah.
You know, like
even if I don't like you, I got to do something cool.
right. And it's like, this is not the first date that I want, but this is the one I'm getting.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
And then I think we also agree. Then they bring you a bouquet of roses and chocolate for the first time you meet in person. Does it matter even if it's a woman who brings you the flowers and chocolate?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I would. They're gonna be disappointed with how I react to it.
What would you say?
I'll be like, cool.
I'm not eating chocolate this week, actually.
Right. Hey, this is a healthy week. What am I gonna do with these flowers? I'm gonna walk around with them. It's a little weird,
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
but it's definitely the green flag.
I think we're in alignment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take me to there would be. I think there's nothing more rude than picking a super expensive place and then being okay with splitting.
It's crazy. It's crazy. If
That's
you have to
insane.
ask, you can't afford it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I would rather I wouldn't mind splitting a pizza date. An expensive dinner if someone suggested and then they expect me to pay for half is crazy.
It's crazy. If you choose the place, I think it's crazy to expect the other person to split.
I agree, especially though if you're
Especially.
choosing a very expensive place.
Totally.
Well, thank you to our sponsor, ABC's The Golden Bachelor. This fall, the first ever Golden Bachelor is showing everyone that you're never too old to find love. Gary was married to his high school sweetheart for 43 years before her unfortunate passing 6 years ago. With the support of his daughters and granddaughters, he's setting out to prove that you can find true love twice in one lifetime. Watch the series premiere of The Golden Bachelor Thursday, September 28th at 8/7 Central on ABC and stream it on Hulu.
Well, we solved dating again, Jordana.
We did it. Can't wait to watch The Golden Bachelor.
Can't wait. And we'll be back on Sunday.
Bye. The You Up podcast is produced by Jorge Morales-Pico, Sean Kilby, and Candice Maniga. Editing by Jorge Morales-Pico and Shannon Sassone. Social media by Candice Maniga. Guest booking by Ali Friedlander. Be sure to follow at you.up.podcast on Instagram and send us your emails to uup@betches.com.